Hi there, I'm Alex. I'm excited to tell you about this Critical Cycles Harper single-speed fixed gear urban commuter bike. That is a big mouthful. So I bought this on Amazon about year ago, I think. It's the white and black 61 centimeter extra large bike. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you how I've liked it. I've used this pretty regularly, almost daily, for the past half year. I love the design. It's very well constructed. It feels very sturdy, like it's not going to collapse on me or anything. I love the simplicity of the single gear. It works like a champ. And you can go super duper fast on this puppy. You could go 20-30 miles an hour if you wanted on the road on this. Putting this together is really easy. You have the primary frame. You basically, I think the back wheel, I think the back tire comes attached to the frame. You don't even have to worry about like touching the chain and stuff because I think the back wheel comes attached to it. So you just have to put on like the front wheel, just tighten a screw or two. You have to put in the handlebars and then the seat. And I think it comes with everything that you need, like just those little hexagon, hexa wrenches things. And it's really, really easy. I've left my bike outside for the last half year or so in the hot, in the rain. I can see a little bit of wear and tear on parts of the seat. Not much, but there's a little bit of tear towards the front. Hasn't been an issue at all. The brakes have been holding up. They work quite well. I think when I assembled my bike, I actually had the handlebars on backwards, which I didn't realize. It was riding just fine, but I think my front tire was on just a little bit backwards. So you want the front tire to be out just a little bit towards the front, more than towards the back when you put on the front part. Because the bike is so simple, it's really easy to fix and maintain. The tires have held up wonderfully. I've had a couple of flat tires, flat tubes here and there. One of the best things you can do is just make sure that your tires are completely inflated. They should be like, I think 70, 80, 90 psi or something like that. They're pretty high psi, such that it's hard to squeeze them on the sides. So if you're having a hard time squeezing the tubes, that's probably about where you want it to be. If it's like squishy on the sides, that's not enough air. The first week or two that I was riding this bike, I had it way underinflated, and I was wondering why I felt this bump every time the wheel rotated. And it was because the tire was just way underinflated. I had to inflate it so much to the point where, when you take off the pump, it kind of sprays air out, like it's really, really full. Another thing, this isn't a big deal, but it's just something I've noticed. This handlebar area came as black when I bought it in the mail, but now that it's been in the sun for a long time, it's actually turned to be this kind of copper, golden color, so it doesn't match all the handles, not all black. So I don't know what they use to make that metal black, but it doesn't stay black for very long. That's not an issue. Structurally, it's just as good as normal, but that's just something to be aware of. If you're looking at getting this commuter bike that's 61 centimeters extra large, I got this for about $200 on Amazon. I think it's a great deal. I don't need to drive a car to work because I have this bike. I can get to work super duper quickly. In fact, it seems like it's just as fast to bike to work as it is to ride a car, just about. You can see though, one complaint I have heard about this bike is that it's a little too tall for some people. So I'm 6'2", and you'll see when I mount this bicycle how high this seat is. So I'm 6'2", and it is it's just the right height that I can have both of my toes on the ground. I can't put my feet flat on the ground, but I can have my toes on the ground. So it works great for me. It is quite high, but just keep that in mind that if you're not 6'1" or taller, you probably want to get the smaller size bike, else you might not be able to balance very easily. You might kind of be a little tipsy. So it works great for me, but if I were much shorter, I don't think this would work. Like, I don't think my wife could ride on this very easily. There's my review of this Critical Cycles commuter bike. I really like this road bike. It's worked great. It's only costed me a few bucks here and there to fix flat tires or to replace them. I've really liked it. I feel like I'm cruising on the road. I think the most important thing when you assemble your bike is make sure everything's tightly assembled. Occasionally the wheel things, these little knobs on the wheel will become a little loose, so check those every now and then and just kind of tighten them with your hands or the wrench. And then just make sure your tires are inflated enough. That's probably the most important thing. And then you might not be used to having this single gear. I hear there's two settings. I hear one setting is where you can't let it glide and you have to be pedaling if it's moving. And then the other setting is where you can glide. By default, it comes in the mail where you can glide. So it actually works really well, just like a normal bike would. I hope this review has been helpful, and if you want to take a look at this bike and see what the sale is on Amazon, I'll include a link in the description below. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.